This is Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com. Now we've been doing the Keep It or Crush It segments, and this is one of my favorites. Dave, this is a rare bird. This is a 1984 K10 Scottsdale short bed pickup truck V8, man. This thing is awesome.
Four-wheel drive, 84,000 original miles on it.
You got it.
An unbelievable find. And we took it last week. We gave it a visual inspection. We wanted to make sure the body was straight and the frame was straight and everything looked good. And we knew if we just cleaned it up and got it running, we could take a $1,000 investment and turn it into $8,000 just by doing that. So we started with the cleaning. We had our boy J-Rod do a Comet wash, which takes some of the oxidation off and just the grime that's been building up. This thing's been parked for 11 years. We found the old registration and really cleaned it up nicely, and it was kind of a day and night difference.
It really did, man. Looking at it, heck, I might just put a clear coat on it and patina it. It looks pretty good, not in bad shape at all. Couldn't wait though, had to go ahead and put a battery in the engine compartment. I want to see what was going on. I was pretty shocked, man. The dash lights all came on. Went to start it clicking over, the fan's moving. I'm not sure if the engine's seized up or it's just the armature and the starter's all rusted, who knows, but a little promise in there, you know. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. We got friends in high places, man. We can rebuild the engine or get a whole new one. We'll see what happens as we get a little deeper into it. Well, after the engine, better go to the brakes. So we went ahead and took the wheels off, got it up in the air. You can see the hubs have the grease on there and stuff. I couldn't even get the hub off, but it's a brake issue, Dave. We need to just go ahead and do rear brakes, get it in good shape. Looked at the shock absorbers, they're flopping all over. Like you said, 11 years it's been sitting there. That's a long time. Going over to the actual rail, the step rail, welded on, not our style, Tech Garage. We're gonna get that thing nice. Front brakes, well, had a little bit of meat on there, but once again, that much years, that much sitting. Let's just put calipers, brakes, rotors, pads, bam, we'll get that in good shape. I mean, no problem.
Just the right thing to do if you've already got it up on a lift. And once we had it up for the brakes, we decided to lift it all the way up and take a look underneath here, John. It's the first look we're getting at the bottom of the vehicle here. Surprisingly well preserved.
Yep.
For having sat for 11 years. Taking a look at the rear bumper, rusted out there.
Yeah,
that's a lost cause. So a few bolts, we can take that off and we'll get a new one from
No problem. Well, you got your tetanus shot?
Let's take a look.
Let's head up to the front.
I'm not afraid.
Yep, differential, a little bit of grease, no big deal.
No big deal. It's probably just the gasket here on the back cover. So we'll be able to replace that, flush it, and replace the rear cover and the gasket.
Got to put new fluid in there, yeah, and that'll take care of that. Getting over here, we got the drive shaft. We'll give it an old test. No problem with the U-joints. No problem with the pinion. Then we got up to the exhaust. I was pretty excited. I said, man, it looks good at first glance.
For just a second, but then look at this. Yeah, so it wasn't as good as it looked. The good news is it's the original exhaust. So if you buy an OEM replacement from RockAuto.com, it's going to fit exactly where it needs to fit.
It sure will. We'll move up to the cat.
Well, here's your museum piece, John. This is an old pellet-style catalytic converter, bigger than they are today because they're the honeycomb style. It's different. It does the same thing.
Oh, man, there's more rhodium, palladium, and platinum in those little pellets than at Fort Knox, man. We may have to cage this thing off.
Well, maybe I just need a hacksaw. I need to take this thing out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Our transfer case, because it's four-wheel drive, man, not an ounce of leakage on here. Everything looks pretty good. We haven't shifted it into four-wheel drive yet, but it's promising, very promising. Head up to the transmission. What do you think?
Transmission's got some fluid on it, but it's kind of the normal leakage. It really doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, and we got a manual bulletproof transmission. They call these things those top loaders, man. That thing's pretty bulletproof. Oil pan, wow, dry as can be. Maybe there's no oil in it, I'm not sure.
Well, either way, we know it wasn't leaking originally.
Yep, our front drive shaft, our front differential here, everything's in great shape, no leakage right here.
Nothing on the cover.
No, man, this is impressive, all right?
Yeah, and the steering dampener, we're gonna need to replace those. You can see the bellows on here are torn. That's just dry rot, and that's
all. You got some sticks here to take off? Or?
John, those are thorns.
Oh, thorns.
It's not good.
Awesome. Well, we come up to the front here, our radiator. Oh, remember earlier? Look at that.
Oh, good. They're our friends, the Wasps.
There's your friends, the Wasps.
Well, we did see a couple.
No, it's good.
There's a couple others under there, too, so we're going to take.
Oh, wait a minute. We even got a mud dauber nest.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, this is a museum piece.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we haven't found that snake yet, by the way.
Yeah, right. That's coming next. But here's the front bumper. Looks good. We probably don't even need to replace that one if we had to. Rock Auto would hook us up there as well. Man, this one, Dave, is definitely a keeper.
That definitely gives us a place to start with RockAuto.com. We have a wish list. And when we come back, we're going to check in with Tom over at the Rock Auto desk. All that and more when Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com, returns.
Well, we hope you're enjoying this episode of Tech Garage. I know we are. But you can also tune in to Motorhead Garage. Dave, you're a man of multi-talents, and Motorhead Garage, well, that's a great show.
Well, the show's great because we show you all the latest technology and all the coolest aftermarket gear for your vehicle. It's the only place on TV that does that, John.
Yeah, make sure you check them out on Sunday mornings at
8:30 a.m. only on Motor Trend.